From the day we are born, we perceive information. Most of this information will be lost, but when there is an emotional charge to a particular perception, more will occur. Eventually, our brain will process these observations as images and paste them into our personal scrapbook next to all other images we have collected throughout our life. The billions of nerve cells in our brain ensure that the right information is transmitted and that it is ready for use. This all happens through electrical impulses between nerve cells. The stored information is then combined and puts us into action. Throughout our whole life, we are building a network of information and experiences. In this way, we form a wealth of knowledge, skills, and memories. This process determines to a large extent who we are and how we experience life. But what happens when you get Alzheimer's disease? Patients with Alzheimer's disease develop lumps of an abnormal type of protein disposition. This is developed in the hippocampus, which is the home of the short-term memory. These lumps are called plaques and tangles. The plaques and tangles impede electrical impulses between the brain cells, whereby information can no longer be transmitted. The cells lose their function and die. The hippocampus cannot do its work anymore. New impressions will no longer be stored in the scrapbook and will be lost immediately. Nearly all the images in reverse chronological order from present to past will gradually be lost. Existing knowledge and our orientation in time and space will no longer be ready for use. The Alzheimer's patient will increasingly forget where he is, what he did that morning, or even what he intends to do. Life is becoming very chaotic. Unfortunately, this is only the beginning. The plaques and tangles start spreading from the hippocampus to the temporal lobes. This is the region of the brain where language is processed. When this happens, it becomes increasingly difficult to find the right word or even understand the other. This is called aphasia, which literally means speechlessness. The disease proliferates from the temporal lobes to the parietal lobes, where our sense of touch, vibration, pain, and spatial awareness lie. We can now no longer master our limbs and eyes. This causes agnosia, loss of ability to recognize persons, objects, sounds, odors, etc. The plaques and tangles reach the frontal lobes next. The frontal lobes govern our self-consciousness, our intelligent thinking, and our ability to recall memories. With the deterioration of the frontal lobes, we lose our identity. An Alzheimer's patient now begins slowly to lose his or her ability to find logical solutions, estimate situations, and make plans. Hereafter, the plaques and tangles invade the part of the brain where emotions are regulated. When this happens, the patient gradually loses control of moods and feelings. Before last, the disease moves to the part of the brain which makes sense of things it sees, hears, and smells. In this stage, Alzheimer's wreaks havoc on a person's senses and can spark hallucinations. Finally, the plaques and tangles erase a person's oldest and most precious memories, which are stored in the back of the brain. Near the end, the disease compromises a person's balance and coordination. And at the very last stage, it dysregulates breathing and the heart. The progression of Alzheimer's from mild forgetfulness to death is slow and steady and takes place over an average of 8 to 10 years. It is relentless and for now incurable.